What's happening?
What's happening, Facebook? What's happening, Roku? What's up, Roman C? What's happening with you, boy?
I'm good, bro. What's up with you?
Man, can't call it, man. Out
Well,
here
you
in the sun.
look like you got a sunny background there, man. It's dark over here. Where are you?
Yeah, I had to dip out to AZ real quick. I got a, I got a, I got a deal that's closed. Let me close this off for some. I got a couple things happening out here. I had to check on out here. You know, for those who don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Arizona. I also do Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. If you want a house anywhere in America, I can get you that house. You know what I'm saying? So, we got affiliates. So part time I got to travel, which is good. What's the weather like at home, Roman?
Uh Today it wasn't as warm as it's been the last few days. Right now it's cold as giddy. It's hard. It's like 32 degrees right now. So it's about to fall below zero. I mean, not below zero, freezing.
Mr. Kendrick Dolphin, I see you watching from New Orleans, boy. I mean, that's right. You live in Atlanta. You going to Mardi Gras this year, my man?
See,
Mardi Gras this
you,
time.
you forgot. You said you're a real estate agent, but you're also a Bama for life too. You forgot to mention that part.
I don't think people outside of DMV knows, what a Bama is, and we're a national thing here. We're not local. We're not doing your
Dude,
local.
the folks that you have met throughout the years, whether if it's New Orleans or AZ, I'm sure you've explained to them what Bama is.
Yeah, but but at the same time, I never had an example of what one was. You see what I'm saying? So, let me explain that.
You're a walking example. What are you talking about?
Boy, please. You know what I'm saying? So now that they seeing you, they kind of got the whole idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whatever, man. Whatever.
So
So how your week been going, bro?
everything going good, man. I can't complain. No complaints, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I got to change the weather real quick. It's cold here though. It's like 45 degrees, 50 degrees.
Oh,
That's
for real?
unusual. Yeah. So I'm out here hoodied up. You know what I'm saying? So I left
Wow.
here. I left DC in the hood, or in cold and the hood. You know what I'm saying? And the hood was needed when I got here, which is unusual. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow. You said the hood. Now, where's the hood you in Phoenix or what part of AZ you in?
I'm actually in Phoenix, the city of Phoenix. I'm in a little you know how Wheaton is a city, is an incorporated city, but I think
Yeah.
a incorporated city doesn't have a postmark. Um, it's not a post office city. You know what I'm saying? Or so I forget what the rules is. So I'm in an area called Awatuki, which is just like Wheaton, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? It's an incorporated city of Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Wow.
Phoenix, but it's a nice little thing. They got nice houses out here. Awatuki. Lot of sports players, ex people who have retired. Because you can golf out here year round. So
Yeah.
so a lot of stars, a lot of former football players, basketball players, athletes come out here so they can golf year round. So you run into a lot of them than you do in the DMV.
Yeah. And what'd you say the weather was again?
It's right there. It's like 52, 55. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's
Slight
still not
breeze.
bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It was like 30, but when the sun go down, it get cold. So it'll probably go down to the 30s or something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But
That's
what's happening with them? I like that hat you got there, boy. What you
Hey
got like that?
man. I appreciate it. I mean, I know basketball isn't your thing. You know what the bullets stand for, what it used to stand for.
Boy, I'm a Bullets fan. Boy, Bullets fan. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, that's our home team, Washington Bullets. Used to be called the Baltimore Bullets. Prior to that, and I think before they was the Baltimore Bullets, they was the Boston Bullets. I want to say.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, right. So, and so Wes Unseld, who was the owner of the team at the time, was
No, he
friends with.
wasn't.
I thought he was. I thought he was
He
the
never
story.
owned the team. You talking about Abe Poland.
A Poland. I mean, that's what I said. I'm back.
You
A
said Wes
Poland.
Unseld. Yeah.
I meant A Poland. Wes Unseld is one of the players, but A Poland, had his friend was the prime minister of Israel, Yitzhak Shamir. Yitzhak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got assassinated, and he didn't want his team that he owned affiliated with something that killed his friend. You know what I'm saying? Yitzhak Samir, I think he got assassinated back in the '80s, early '80s. Had I known we talked about him, I would have looked him up and had Frank put up a picture.
That's
Of
pretty.
You know
That's pretty cool. I know he had some friend like that, but I didn't know all the details like you had.
Yeah,
So.
the prime minister of Israel, I think, the prime minister of Israel was his friend, one of his friends. Abe Poland was Jewish as well. So he knew the prime minister. The prime minister got assassinated early 80s. And at some time, I don't know what year they changed the name, but that's what led to the demise of bullets and became with Wizards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What? How long they been the Wizards now?
That's probably been a decade or more now.
Nah, more than that, bro.
I
I think
mean,
that might be over 20
yeah,
years.
20, 30 years. I said 10 years, like I'm tripping. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, because it used to sound strange when somebody said I'm going to the Wizards game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you got used to it. It's like, yeah, the Wizards always been the Wizards. Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this Commandos name? Since we on Washington sports teams, man, what do you think about the Commandos?
Dude, it's gonna take me a minute to adjust to that. I mean, I'm glad we moved on past the Washington football team, but I don't know. Commando sounds kind of like, kind of like third grade. It's like something I would play. You would get from like what you call it? We should call those leagues the
USFL
recreational league team.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought that when I remember when Orlando Magic came into the league. I guess I'm showing my age now because I remember how I thought Magic was such a dumb name for a team. You know what I'm saying? Now it's you hear so much, it's like, oh, it's the Magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right because I probably thought that was dumb back then, but it grew on me. But I think ultimately we're going to say it enough, and it's going to grow on me as well, right? So,
right. Well, we got a good show today for those people watching all over for us. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate, even though I'm in AZ, Roman gonna hold it down in the DMV. I want to really get into this things what's going on. Oh, my fault. We got a protocol. My bad. Tell me about what's this the day of the what do you do again, man? What's this called?
I don't know, bro. You know me, man.
Or something?
I don't. I just carry your water, right? Isn't that what I do?
Man, never. You couldn't carry my water. You know what I'm saying?
Well, whatever, man. So one of the interesting facts, so got the Bullets hats on. I'm gonna stick with a sports history fact. Remember the fighter Roberto Duran?
Yeah, Hands of Stone.
Hands of Stone. One of his famous fights ever. Well, two famous fights of his. For those of us who are local to the Maryland, D.C. area, one of our beloved hometown boxing heroes was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
And was that?
Sugar Ray Leonard. I was just echoing you.
Yeah. So Sugar Ray Leonard. So Roberto Duran was the first fighter to ever beat Sugar Ray Leonard. This is when Sugar Ray Leonard was considered, to be unstoppable. And this was at that time one of the biggest fights in history, right? And so he beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Then Sugar Ray Leonard subsequently fought him again, and Sugar Ray Leonard just whipped the mess out of him. And so he was famously known from there. After that, the No Mas fight.
Right, because he quit in the middle of the fight. He
absolutely.
8th round, and he said No Mas. His famous line, No Mas, No Mas.
Yeah. So, but before he fought Sugar Ray, I'm a big time boxing fan, and I'm not your like Carlton who watches it only when the big fights show up. But so Duran was my man before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, because he had since it's your man, since we gonna see what your sports knowledge is. I know a lot about Duran for real. But they said his record, which I don't know what it was. Again, had I known we was gonna talk about Roberto Duran, I would look that up. He'd been fighting for years, but I mean
forever.
So they said he was like 100. If they had counted everything, he was like 127 and 3.
Yeah, but in fairness, yes, you're right. But a lot of those fights, like maybe 70% of those fights were against like
bums,
taxi drivers.
Right. That's exactly what. It's funny that you said that because that was exactly what they said it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's from Panama, but in this day in 1989, at 37 years old, he won his 4th world title in different weight divisions. He beat. Remember Aaron Barkley?
Yeah. A little short dude.
Yeah. Let me find out. Carlton know a little bit about sports, man. He beat him in a 12th round split decision in Atlantic City. This is back in the day when Atlantic City used to hold this. They used to be the Vegas, right, for boxing back in the day.
And to that point, I'm still a boxing fan. I've always loved boxing. I think the premium fights that we had back in the day are gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we grew up in that Mike Tyson era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't just Tyson. You know what I'm saying? It was like you said, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Hitman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hagler. You know what I'm saying? Hearns. You know, that's which is the best fight I ever seen in my life. I remember going to the
Hearns. Oh wow, really? I mean, that, no, I ain't gonna lie. That was a great fight.
Oh my! It was only 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Action packed.
Yeah.
Action packed. And I don't see that today, and I'm missing that. You know what I'm saying? I try to get into the what's they doing there with the kickboxing jump, but that's not.
Oh,
me.
you talking about the
UFC?
MMA?
Yeah, the UFC. I'm not a UFC fan though.
MMA, I mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, MMA.
Oh no, you got to get into that, dude. That's some serious fighting right there, bro.
I can't.
I love those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you know, that's everybody talking about getting into that and trying to do what they got to do. But I missed boxing. I missed the glory days. You know what I'm saying? I remember a fighter named, you remember he fought Sugar Ray, named Cuevas, Pepino Cuevas.
Yeah, of course.
That was my man. And who I really liked was your boy who was locked up. He fought out of Raw Rice State Prison in Jersey. James Scott.
Oh, Jay Scott. Yeah.
All his fights was on TV, but he was in prison. All the fights had to come to the prison. You know what I'm saying? The fight in the prison. Yeah. They was talking about how he lived.
Didn't Hagler? Did Hagler spend? How much time did Hagler spend in prison? I know he spent some time in prison. Did he fight in prison too?
But Hagler went to prison. Not Hagler. No, I don't think Hagler ever went to prison.
Oh no, you know what it was? Because he was sporting a bald head. People said he looked like he came out of prison.
Right. But he wasn't. That was But box. I mean, a lot of people, you know, came out with a crime background that ended up in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing Mayweather, both ways, Mayweather and his uncle. You know what I'm saying? Fighting. So they was champions in the 80s and 90s as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny to seeing the greats, and I don't see that no more. You know what I'm saying? And I missed that, bro. It was like every week there was somebody on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. But yeah, man, I had to recognize my man Duran, Roberto Duran. I mean, I know he became public enemy #1 after he beat Sugar Ray the first fight, but I always had a real good appreciation for his skills and talent as a boxer, because he was literally the hand of stone. There was a couple of, and again, these were a bunch of taxi drivers that he beat up.
But there was some listen in there too, because he fought. Then he fight your boy who had the greatest right hand I ever seen, Alexis Arguello.
Yeah, but he beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, what a right though. What a right.
But Roberto Duran was known for knocking people out with not knocking them out, but at least knocking them down with just a simple jab, because his punches were that powerful. That's why they call him the hand of stone. He got a good shot at you, boy. You'll be hard pressed to stay up on your feet.
You know who shot? I'm going. This was after Heart of Stone. After I'm talking about somebody else went down with a jab that was known for throwing jabs that was dropping niggas. He just retired. Matter of fact, he was the oldest boxer to win a heavyweight. Not a heavyweight, to win a.
Foreman?
No. Fighting out of Philly.
Hagler?
Not Hagler.
Damn.
He fought.
Bald headed dude. Oh my God, what's his name?
From which? I can't name. We showing our age.
Oh, not Margaret Hagler. I keep having Margaret Hagler.
Yeah, it's saying that. I know why you're thinking Margaret Hagler. I'm thinking the same thing, but man,
oh my God, his name is like in the tip of my tongue.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'll come back to him. That's my dude though. You know what I'm saying? Out of Philly. If anybody knows what to call him, give us a name, give us a number. You know what I'm saying?
Call up. God, I can't believe I can't get. As soon as somebody says it, I'm gonna be like, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad about that myself. Yeah. So to me, that was the glory days. That was everything. So without that, you know what I'm saying? It was just like I don't see boxing no more like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me,
it's hard, bro. It's hard to find a good boxing match nowadays, man.
Yeah.
So. I mean, like I say, I still watch boxing. It's not as popular, and they don't have the notoriety, a lot of the big names that they once had. But I still enjoy it when I get a chance.
He's part of
De La Hoya's thing.
Yeah, De La Hoya.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, it's pissing me off. Y'all.
His name is right on the tip of my tongue, I swear.
Yeah, mine's too. It's pissing me off that I don't know this. Y'all. Anybody in the audience knows that, right? Give us a call. Numbers at the bottom. 301-526-3271 or 480-200-9570. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but crazy, man. So
Yeah.
anyway, man, let's get into these topics, man. Since you trying to escape what we really get here for today, you know what I'm saying? I think I got a topic that you scared to touch on real quick.
Oh, me, you know how you scare me, bro. I'm
Yeah.
always, you always have me trembling whenever we discuss anything controversial. So,
I'm gonna get into this whole Juwan Howard thing. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
before we get into that, bro, one of the things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
I know you don't got the audience all tea. I know you shared a story with your flight.
Oh
Hey,
man.
you got, dude, Carlton. First of all, aside from being always at odds, one of the things I always want to. I don't know. You can love Carlton for it, and other times you want to shake him. Why don't you just do things ever right? Right? Just so. But Carlton is like a natural born hustler, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. If I ever played you a compliment.
But now he won't hustle you on the real estate there. You know, I still am a hell of a realtor. You got to let people know. Some people might think I'm trying to swindle people.
Yeah.
I'm not a swindler.
So no. So, but I'm going to give you your credit based on how because Carlton, he like you said, he's in AZ right now. He flew out from Maryland this morning, and
7 a.m., bro.
Yeah, he booked his flight at the last minute. And normally if you're going cross country like that at the last minute, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to get to where you're trying to go.
That Carlton doesn't have. I don't want y'all thinking I got an arm and leg. I don't have an arm and leg.
Somehow this dude figures out a way to reduce the fare and things that I just wouldn't think about. This dude just figures it out on the fly. Take it over, Carlton.
I had a friend of mine some years ago told me about that flies quite a bit for business, and he said he uses this site called Jetlag. That's JETLAGG. Jetlag.
I'm gonna pull up this site right now, bro.
LAGGED. What it does is, like, say I'm going to Phoenix, and I'm going to last minute. So if I'm going last minute, I mean, anytime you book a ticket and you don't have that 14 days in advance, it's gonna cost you a little bit more. In my type of business, sometimes I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere in a day or two, and I don't have the luxury to do 2 weeks prior. So this out here was one of those situations, and tickets get high, and I don't want to be. I'm cheap, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to, be paying no arm and a leg. So this site would find you the cheapest way to get to where you're going. So, for instance, it was gonna cost me last minute. It was gonna cost me like $400 to get to AZ. On 2 days notice, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to pay the $400, you know what I'm saying? So I went on Jetlag, and Jetlag said I can get you there for $200, $203. But when you get there for $203, what you're gonna do is you're gonna book a ticket to LA. This is crazy, Romy. You book a ticket instead of going from DC to Phoenix, you go to DC to LA, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? They have a layover, which means they stop in Phoenix first. The layover is in Phoenix. So when you get to Phoenix, you just get off the plane. So it's cheaper to fly to LA than it is to go to Phoenix, which is closer. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it depends on how many flights going there. LA is a major city. Phoenix is major, but Phoenix is not as major as LA. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you have so many flights going to LA as you do to New York. So it was cheaper for me to go book a flight to LA for half the price. You know what I'm saying? And the layover came to Phoenix, so I just literally just walk off the plane. That's what
that was what you did last time. Last time you brought a carry-on back, so that was easy to do. But this time you did a little something different.
Right. I was pressed because I was talking to somebody, and somebody was talking about I told somebody I needed a garment bag, and they had an old-fashioned garment bag. Usually a flat one thing. And somebody's like, "Have you seen a new garment bag?" And I was like, "How can a garment bag be new?" You know what I'm saying? What's so fancy about it? I actually went to the Samsonite store, and looked and saw where they had this a garment bag with wheels on it. I mean, this thing, it was a suitcase though. I mean, but it was tight. You know what I'm saying? I saw that thing and I had to get it. I wanted it. That's like, because I need it because, sometimes when I come out here, like last time I came, I ain't have no gear with me. I'm doing, going on listing presentations, and my gear's all wrong, which means I gotta go buy something real quick or whatever. So I couldn't come out here, or my shirts be wrinkled beyond steamer can't help. You know what I'm saying? So, the problems you get with a suitcase. So I thought I'd do better with the garment bag. So I bought the garment bag. Comes to find out that the garment bag was a little bit bigger than they allowed to come on it. And so they was trying to check my bags. And that's a no-no when you're flying jet lag. You know what I'm saying? Because if they check your bag was going to LA. I wasn't going to LA. I was going to Phoenix. They just didn't know that. Okay. And as a result, man, they caught me. And they didn't catch me. It was like, sir, you got to go ahead and check your thing. I'm like, I'm not checking my bag. I refuse. I'm not checking it. I promise you I'm not checking it. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I was just, the guy I made up a story like, man, I got to get my medication, which is in my thing. I got to take it as soon as we get to Phoenix where the layover is. And they was like, nah, we're going to take care of that for you. Just take your medicine out the bag first. I don't really want to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. So somehow, some way, slick talking me or whatever, I faked like I was taking my medicine out. And the guy was like, all right, you can go ahead. So I said, as soon as they let me on the plane, I'm about to take the tag off the back. They already tagged it. I'm about to take the tag off and just put it on my side so they don't see it. Had a guy that was coming in. He was collecting bags soon as you step on. But because I had it on my left side, he didn't see the bag. I made it all the way to the plane. And then the flight attendant was like, oh, sir, you're going to have to check that. I was like, man, I'm not checking my bag. I'm on the plane now. I was like, she said, why not? I said, because I don't want to check my plane in LA because I need to do some stuff in Phoenix, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, where's your flight ending at today? I said, Phoenix. She said, oh, you must have booked it on that site, jet lag, huh? I started laughing. You know what I'm saying? And so she said, well, if you can find a spot to put it at, then you're good. And so I get to the end of the plane, and lo and behold, it was made for me. It was one spot left, and my suitcase fit perfectly in that junk. You heard?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
well, I just want to give you your props because you were able to finagle your way into a cheaper ticket and still do
I
your
thought I was
thing.
going to LA though. I ain't gonna lie to you though. I thought I was about to call my man in LA.
Hey,
Can we
hey.
get a ride?
I would have been calling you a big dummy if that would have happened. But
Man,
you know what?
you
So
red
anyway,
hot.
I want to give you your props. I don't want to.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so I don't want to play nicely. Let's get back to being at odds. Go ahead, man. Let's start the first time because I know you got some stupid stuff on your mind.
Man, I'm ready to blow your head off, man. Y'all call up if you got any questions about this conversation. I know we're talking about Juwan Howard. For those who don't know, Juwan Howard, thank you, Frank, is the guy, head coach for the University of Michigan basketball team. He's a former member of what we call one of the greatest teams I ever seen was the Fab Five with Chris Webber.
Greatest? Seriously? Are we gonna make that statement?
Huh?
Are we going to make that statement? They're one of the greatest teams you've ever seen.
I said one of the tightest teams. I said, yeah, college. Yes, they are. They are one of mine. Yes, they are.
Greatest? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll debate that another time, but it's not what you want to talk about. You just made an idiotic comment. Go ahead.
No, my greatest. Yeah, they are. What's up, Adrian? I see you out there, love.
Greatest. They won nothing, bro. They didn't win anything.
They went back-to-back championships. You stupid.
No, they went. They didn't win.
I ain't talking about one game. They lost. They lost the championship game both years. I ain't saying that, but that's not. They a great squad. You was out there. You was a cheerleader. You should.
They were not great. But anyway, we'll talk. We'll discuss that another time. You're making it. Hey, bro, stick to soap operas. Stop talking about sports, bro. Go ahead.
One of the star players, Juwan Howard, is now the coach of the University of Michigan, and so he was playing a game against Wisconsin last week week 4.5, and Michigan was getting blown out the building. I don't remember the score. I think they was down by 20 or something like that.
Nah, they were down about 14.
Okay, with seconds left. You know what I'm saying? And the coach of Michigan decided he wanted to call a timeout. I mean, the coach of Wisconsin wanted to call a timeout, which he did. Juwan lost it. He was like, "What the heck is you calling a timeout?" Because he thought, tell me if I'm wrong. They thought he was going to try to run up the score. You know what I'm saying? And Juwan got lost it, and when right after that the game ended, and Juwan had some stuff to say, and he let some stuff say. The other guy said some stuff. Ends up Juwan Howard hits the guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's there. Thanks, Frank. You can see the altercation that's happening right there in front of you. He hit the assistant coach, and all hell broke loose, man. All hell broke loose, and everybody. So as a result, Juwan Howard got like a 5-game suspension for the rest of the season, which equals to 5 games.
Yeah.
So, and my thing I want to talk about it because some people say he's an idiot for doing it. Some people like, man, Rightfully so. You don't do no situation like that. It's the sportsmanship. And that's why I think we're going to go odds at. You know what I'm saying? Just to tell you where I'm from, where I came up, if we lost in Little League or whatever we did, and we didn't get a trophy, you know what I'm saying? But you worked hard all summer long to get us something. So you worked out and you said, hey, you know what I'm saying? We gonna win this championship next year. And if you got lucky enough to win it next year, it's the best feeling in the world. And I think we have messed it up as parents, you know what I'm saying? Because now everyone gets a trophy. It doesn't even matter how good you or well you play. Everybody gets a trophy because they don't want to leave anybody out. Roman grew up in that. He's probably one of them participation trophy type guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the team gets it. Everybody got to play at least a one quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always against that. You know what I'm saying? You can see
All
Roman.
right. So you said all this. You said a bunch of nothing. What is your position on this situation? Are you one of those? Are you with Howard, Juwan Howard, or are you? What's your position?
I'm not mad at what Juwan was there. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that as the coach of Michigan. It's a bad look for him. Anyway, you see, it's a bad look. You know what I'm saying?
But here we go. But
I understand.
What do you understand?
I understand the guy calling the timeout was a dumb call. Dumb. You know what I'm saying? You don't call the timeout like that. What the heck is a timeout for? The team's down by 14. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're up by 14. Why are you calling timeout? Preserve time. What are you trying to run up the score? We got 12 seconds left. You calling timeout? Really? The game's over. That's my problem with it.
The game's over. So then that justifies him putting his hands on this man.
Sometimes in a situation, I ain't saying justify. Sometimes in the heat of battle. I know you don't be in the heat of battle.
Are you serious, bro?
Sometimes you get sometimes get the best of you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying violence is the answer. I don't want everybody calling me up, trying to send me emails.
No, they need to. They need to be calling you up and calling you dingbat, all that other stuff. What the hell are you talking about?
Anyway.
Dude, first of all.
Can you come on? You
some coaches
out, bro.
No, man, look, hush up. You've been talking, dude. You know, if anybody ever counted the words, right now you probably have about 10,000 words. I'm stuck at 20. Now you hush up and let me explain and let me tell everybody.
Please, everybody sit here waiting. Like, go ahead.
The bottom line is, bro, some coaches, Juwan Howard can't dictate how another team's coach is going to coach them.
True.
Right.
Back.
So there are those coaches who will overcoach their teams. Right. You winning by 14 points with under a minute left. Yes, for the most part, most people are not going to call timeout. He called a timeout. I get it why he would be irritated, but at the end of the day, Juwan Howard can't control that. So what he needs to worry about is control what he can control. Prevent his team from getting down by 14 points with under a minute left, and then he don't have to worry about that crap. Because to me, it's a deflection tactic. At the end of the day, your team underperformed. They sucked. They had a bad game, and instead of taking ownership of that part of it, he wants to deflect the responsibility of how his team was ill prepared against this opponent, and try to make it seem like this coach was doing something inappropriate. Juwan Howard was dead wrong, player.
He was wrong, but at the same time,
ain't no but, bro. When you say but, when there's a but, when you say but, that means that you don't really believe he was wrong.
I believe he was wrong to a degree, but I understand. You don't. If people that play ball know you don't call a timeout with 14 seconds left, up by 20. You don't do that. I mean, you might do that because that's what people do, but you don't do that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, are you one of these people? Are you one of these people that believe when people are celebrating after scoring a touchdown in football and they over celebrating, you getting your feelings all hurt, your panties all tight?
Nah, I'm all about the celebrations. I'm all about the celebrations. All about it.
Dude, if you want to keep people from running up the score, whatever it is, design a defense to stop them.
I got you on that. That's easy to say. That's a year's process. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That's a ways off. You know what I'm saying? But I agree, dude, you in stopping that he can't do it no more. I got that. You know what I'm saying? But in the situation, this did nothing. I mean, I think it's a microcosm of what University of Michigan basketball has been going through all year. They're not having one of the better seasons. They was Final Four last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. They was Final Four last year, and this year they're in the verge of not making the play. The March Madness. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
They like 14-11. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
and then they got to go 5
Howard
games stretch
was dead wrong. Ain't no buts.
Man,
There's no buts.
Man.
He was dead wrong. Dude, what and you talking about you're not condoning violence, but you are when you say but, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay. I ain't saying condoning violence. I'm just saying.
So that man deserved to be smacked because he wanted to overcoach his team.
Yeah, don't call no stupid ass timeout, dog. That's
so he deserved to be slapped.
Right, yeah, every bit of it. Juwan was wrong and my man was wrong.
That man wasn't wrong. What you could accuse him of is you overcoaching your team. You're winning by 14 points with under a minute left. What's the purpose of calling a timeout? I'll get that.
I smacked him too.
What are you still 13 years old, bro? What are you talking about?
The hell is this dude? I was smacking too. But anyway, how y'all feel? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who on this line. What's up, Andrea? You know what I'm saying? Adria, my girl. I say Michigan's in the house. I knew if I said Michigan, a Michigan person would call up.
No, she went to Michigan.
Nah, she's from Lansing, I think. I think she's from Lansing. She went to school with me at Dillard University.
Hey, Andrea, don't tell me you're going to support what your coach did.
You know what I'm saying?
What did you say?
It's Adria. She'll kill me if I say Andrea. Adria.
Oh, that's what you said, though. That's why I'm saying Andrea. You said Adria. You pronounced her name.
I always butcher her name. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I don't know. I got what you said. Yeah, it's bad, especially as a coach. He can't do that. I got that. Head coach could not be hitting plays. Remember, who's the famous coach from Ohio State used to hit the players?
Nah. He's not Ohio State. He's from Indiana. You're talking about Bobby Knight.
Nah, I'm not. I'm talking about
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State. The old time football coach.
Football coach?
Yeah. His play. He jacked up a play on national TV. That's why everyone knows him as that. He jacked up a play on national TV. Like a cornerback came off. I think he missed a tackle or he dropped the pass or something. And
I don't know.
Woody Hayes.
Woody Hayes. Yeah, Woody Hayes.
Yeah. He, y'all can look that up for those who don't know. But Woody Hayes in the 70s, early 80s was known for disciplining his players for poor field play. And he jacked up, and then I think his parents was watching that game or something. You know what I'm saying? And choked him or something real quick. But that's when they said football was football. I think I seen a clip the other day where a guy was cussing out his team and attention one person, and he went in. I mean, cussing them all out. And the question was, did he go too far? 90% of the people said, "Oh no, he was fine. He was fine." Matter of fact, Frank, I think I sent you that clip. It's actually a clip of a guy was going off from. He went off. You know what I'm saying? But he was right because these players was getting spoiled. He said, if you want to do something, you want to affect change, catch a ball.
Dude, I played for coaches like that who every other word was a cuss word.
Yeah, right.
And it didn't bother me. Now I never had no coach put their hands on me. That would be something different. I don't care what era you grew up in. Some coach put their hands on you. Mm-hmm. That's not going to work for me.
Right. Same. You know what I'm saying? But then again, football was like an extension of home. A lot of people felt like, hey, shouldn't have did what it is. I'm the first one to tell the coach to put his hands on it. Beat his motherfucking ass. Excuse me. Beat his goddamn ass if he do something. You know what I'm saying? That's my era, dog. I'm trying to tell you. That's me. I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what we grew up on. You too.
I did.
And I think we've just gotten soft as a generation. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but to me though, Juwan Howard is the one who got soft. If you're defending him, he don't got caught up in his feelings because somebody called a timeout.
He did.
All right.
But at the same time, you don't call a timeout right there.
Okay, I agree with you. Right I agree with you, but at the end of the day, it's irrelevant. Juwan Howard did not justify him being mad because the guy called a timeout. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
You know how many times I want to put my hands on you because of the idiotic stuff that comes out your mouth? But
and
I've
then
been
you had
able to
that fear.
restrain myself.
That fear comes over you, like, damn, this nigga would kill me. This dude would
Fear.
actually kill me. You know what I'm saying? Willie Brown,
Yeah,
what's
what?
happening with you, sir? Man, you know Willie
Yeah.
out here,
But
St.
don't,
John's Willie.
who's that?
Well, you know Willie Brown from St. John's.
Oh,
Willie
okay.
called him show a couple times. Go ahead.
Yeah, nah, dude. I mean, it's just you don't put your hands, man, dude. Ron was a grown man. He might be in his 50s now.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put his hands on somebody, he's gonna smack somebody
Willie
because
said Juwan was salty. His squad got ran through like bad meat.
that's my point. Willie's making my point.
Yeah.
Willie's making my point.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's been a bad year. It's been, you don't go from, you know, Final Four appearance to not making the playoffs. I mean, it's probably not too many squads that have made the Final Four that didn't make it the next year.
I got it, but at the end of the day, this is not how he's supposed to respond when he's going through adversity. Now, my question to you is, did he come out and apologize for it?
We're talking about Juwan Wilder for those who just came on. D-Rob, I see you, D-Rob. Yeah, I think he came out and apologized, but if the apology was not your typical apology, you know,
it was weak.
He wanted to tell his side of the story. Well, I saw the after game comment. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? He admitted, yeah, I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? But you don't do that in this type of situation. That was kind of like that. But you know what I'm saying? But you know,
he's trying to justify it. He's apologizing like your ass. He's apologizing, but with a butt. I mean, come on, dude.
Sometimes a butt is called for. Sometimes when you apologize, you apologize with a butt. I mean, sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't. When you're doing an apology and you're trying to show true contrition, you don't say, I'm sorry, I did that, I shouldn't have did it, but he provoked me. You know, that doesn't make sense.
Thank goodness we got people calling with questions here because I ain't gotta listen to you. Willie Brown said, speaking of basketball, did Patrick Ewing deserve a contract extension at Georgetown? I'm gonna say he did.
Contract extension.
I ain't know he got one. I must have that came last day or so. I understand that because of the years he's had and who Pat is. He gonna get that because it's Pat. But I heard they just didn't have the players this year. You know, that's when everybody left last year. And then this year they was left with, you know, just, you know, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So my answer to that question is yes, I think he does too, because that dude gave Georgetown the only championship in that school's history in basketball.
He did.
Right? So
he put Georgetown on the map. You know, people don't know. People that grew up in the 80s and that assumed that everyone knew Georgetown. Georgetown was a little religious college.
It's a private school. Yeah, private school. Yeah.
You would, and most people, because of the basketball team, everyone assumed that Georgetown was all black. I went to a party in Georgetown freshman year. I think I was around Howard. I was at Howard or Montgomery College, some of the places, and we went to a party at Georgetown. I'm just assuming because I'm from DC. I'm just assuming, man, it was like 20 black people at the party.
Not even close, bro. Look, hey, bro. There were jokes that the only black people that went to Georgetown back then was all basketball players. Right.
But at a very good school, though, at the same time. And then Georgetown just had a whole lot of stuff. You know, they had their hand in the slave trade, too. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, they were saying that they was trying to get reparations for some of the stuff that the people that founded Georgetown was doing to the slaves. You know, I heard some mention and talk of that. But it was crazy, man. Yeah. Let me get you on this thing. Do you think that day is gone where the coaches, like, you know, scream in your face, this and that? Don't you think that's needed? Because looking at some of these athletes and what they're doing right now, I think if somebody had screamed at Antonio Brown, you know what I'm saying, that he wouldn't be Antonio Brown.
Nah, I disagree. So here's my thoughts on that. Even though, because I grew up in a different era. And,
then who?
Huh?
Then who?
No. We both grew up in a different era where that was acceptable. We were forced to grow up with tough skin, right? But one of the things I think that makes coaches successful, and not just coaches, managers and supervisors of corporate America, and successful in managing today's employees, today's players, is you got to be able to adjust and reach them to what they respond to, right? Because I coach too. I coach at this era. I would raise my voice slightly at them, and I would use curse words, but I would never cuss them out. I wouldn't yell at them. I wouldn't belittle them in the game because I know that would kill their spirit.
But see,
And
I think a good football coach is somebody that kills the spirit and then builds you back up.
yeah, but I'm saying though that was great in our era because we were built differently. We were raised differently. We had parents who beat the crap out of us if we didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Right.
In today's day and time, that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
So kids are growing up with parents who discipline them differently. So when they go and play sports, you can't now coach them like you were back in the 80s and 90s because they're not used to that kind of. Because to your point, you had said it earlier. You finally made a good point. Sports and coaching was an extension of home because you got that tough love back when we were growing up. So when we came to coaching, when you were receiving coaching, you got the tough culture. But today, man, you can't. Kids don't respond well to that. So successful coaches today know how to reach these kids differently than the way we would coach back in the day.
Well, it might be unfair to say the kids don't respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them don't get to see that because their coaches can't be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
They can't be who they are. They are scared to get in your face because of the legal ramifications that may occur. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But my point to you is they got to be resourceful enough to figure out different ways to reach today's players. Today's players do not respond to the Bobby Knight style of coaching. They just don't. Right? They just don't. And it's no different because dude, I've been managing people, bro. I've been managing people for over 35 years now. And back when I first started managing people, it was a different style that I used to reach people. And I wasn't cussing anybody over by no stretch of the imagination. But my point to you is now I'm managing. Hold on, let me finish my thought. Hold on, let me finish my thought. I'm managing millennials and Gen Z personalities. I can manage them in the same way I managed people back in the early 90s.
Those that don't know what's a Gen Z and what's a millennial? What's the age group? Tell me.
I know millennials.
They're interchangeable to me. They're interchangeable to me. Well, I don't know what Gen Z are from. I know my son.
Your son, for example, is a Gen Z.
Okay.
Yeah, millennial.
My nephew will probably be he's born in '89.
Yeah, that's millennial. I think millennials were 80, like when we were graduating high school, people who were born then and all the way up until 1996 or 95, I believe it is. And then Gen Zs were 96, I think, to present, I believe. No, not to present. I forget. Gen Zs are 96. I forget because I don't know if they've named anyone or a group after Gen Zs yet. I haven't heard any.
Yeah, I mean, there's some differences to them, but I mean, I don't know. I don't put too much stock in that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a difference.
I think dude, you know there's a difference. You know damn well you'll bitch and complain to me about your son and how he's different.
Never.
Huh?
Never.
Yeah, okay.
Never.
Yeah, we've compared notes. We got the same. We said we have some of the same challenges.
It's funny you would say that because he just got his first job. And so he got his first job, so he happy, going to work.
Was he working at Giant?
Nah, he working at Top Golf, matter of fact. Top Golf out in Germantown.
Oh, he got a good job.
Yeah. That's what I said. But at the same time, I've been doing jobs since I was 12. I had a paper route. You know what I'm saying? I made jobs since 12. You know what I'm saying? 13 for washing cars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Selling T-shirts. I did that at college though. I thought a great day for me was the day that I learned to buy for $1 and sell for $2. The day I learned that, I don't know how old I was when I learned it, but that's to me, that was a good day at school. That was a great day. Because I've been on it ever since. You know what I'm saying? And so I've always tried to teach my child the same way, and he has that hustle in him as well. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring it out of him, but he has it in him. But I think I'm extreme, as you said earlier. I think I'm extreme because, we grew up. It's just the way we grew up. We just, you know what I'm saying? If you pay full price, use the fool. You know what I'm saying? We buy some shoes and say, how much they cost, man? It costs $125, man.
Dude, we used to know people at every store. I remember we would go out before we go out to a club on a Saturday night or Friday night. We would go to one of the malls and try to pick up a girl who worked with one of the stores we wanted to buy an outfit from.
Right.
And then they're giving us all kinds of discounts.
We did that with food places too. I would holler at somebody that worked at McDonald's drive-thru because I knew I would get food anytime I wanted to.
Exactly.
People like, man, you holler at chicken at McDonald's? What? You think I'm not?
Yeah. All right. So if I beat you down enough with this Juwan Howard thing, you want to move on to the next?
Let's go next one. I just think you forgot what to say on that junk.
No. You accepted defeat.
Well, let me tell people who we are again for this, who might just be coming in. It's like, look at these two fools talking. You know what I'm saying? We are always at odds.
All right. Well, we are always at odds. Carlton Prophet and Roman Crispin here.
Known each other for damn near 40 years, and we've been at odds ever since. You're like, how can these two fools be friends? But Roman's always this opposite. He always just wanted people to take the opposite side or whatever you say. You know what I'm saying?
I take the right side, not the opposite. I take the right side.
Not only that, you can't even spell right. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
did you know there's several different ways to spell right? You know.
Anyway, speaking about going right and wrong, our next topic is on Brian Flores. I think you brought him up last week.
Yeah.
Brian Flores. If you could show everybody who Brian Flores. Thank you, Frank. Brian Flores was the coach. Matter of fact, felt like I'm the only one. Roman, tell me everybody who Brian Flores was. You brought his name up last week.
Oh, dude, that was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, Brian Flores was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, who got let go after 3 seasons, even though he pretty much had a successful coaching tenure in Miami. Because prior to him, their records was in the dumps, and it surprised a lot of people throughout the sports world that he was let go.
It was a lot of racism. Well, I had to see him, as a podcaster, as we do. I watch other people's podcasts as well. One of the other podcasts I watch, I ain't gonna mention the name, you know what I'm saying, but I like other podcasts, and he was on one of the podcasts I like, and he had his view. I was so taken by his view because he had a guy that was, usually they had ex-players around them, and this guy, he wasn't a player, he was a reporter. He covered the Dolphins for years, and he was like, bruh, I would have shut up and been quiet. People say you're supposed to lose games. That's what you should have done because we was trying to tank because we wanted the number 1 quarterback who would have been Joe Burrow. That's what we wanted. That was the goal. It's what you were supposed to do. And Joe Brown's like, I ain't getting to the game I didn't get into football for this.
Who said that? Who said that?
That's what
Brian Flores?
Yeah, I didn't get in there to lose. I'm never going to do that. I got people that care about the game. You disrespecting the game, you do that. Then the guy came back. Nah, bruh. You can only do what the players that you got. You got the chance to get the number 1 quarterback. And they remember they battled the first year? It was between going up number 1, and they won, and they beat the Jets, I think. And they bought that game up. He said, yeah, I beat the Jets. They bought me here to win games. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all you have to do is lose, and you got the number 1 quarterback next year. You know what you could do with the number 1 quarterback? And look, Joe Burrow then went to the Super Bowl after his 2nd year of the league. That could have been Miami. That's
all right. So get to it. What's your
go for you? I said it. I started off. So who's right? Do you tank or do you try to get the best player and tank, or do you just say, hey, I'm a coach, I'm gonna turn around all way. I'm gonna do one for the Gifford. You know what I'm saying? What do you do?
So being the only sports head on this show.
Oh my God.
Let me.
It's only our show. Come on, man. Hurry it up, bro.
Let me answer this in 2 ways. First of all, I'm gonna answer it as a fan. My Commanders. I know damn well we're doing nothing next year if we don't have the right talent. I hate the fact that we won as many games as we did, so that way we won't have a high enough draft to where we can pick a top-notch quarterback. So as a fan, I subscribe to that theory. Lose so you can get a better draft position, so you can get the best talent out there. As a player and a coach, no, you cannot convince me that while I'm competing, you cannot convince me to throw a game just so the franchise can get a better player or a better draft pick. Because to the coach Brian Flores' point, hey man, we busting our tail. You work hard to get to the NFL. You training all year round to be the best you can be,
It's
and now
one
you
game,
gonna
bro.
tell me to
It's one game,
lose?
bro. It's one game. One game.
Nah, it's not one game. It's
game.
multiple games.
We suck. We need some players, and we lose this one game. We get the #1 draft pick. You gonna lose that game for me, dog.
No,
you don't lose it,
because you know why? Because see, the thing is conflicts. If the owner is telling the coach to lose, and then you got players who have incentives that's tied to winning, it's a conflict, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Well, the same thing happens when players get near their numbers and they get their contract extensions. If they catch a certain other passes or they get a certain amount of yards, some of these coaches don't play them because the owners told them, "Hey, we can't afford to play him $2 million if he gets another catch. I don't want you to throw the ball to him." You and I both know that happens.
Of course.
But when they do that, it's okay. Okay.
But it's not okay. I'm just trying to tell you, it's not okay. That's not true.
That happens every time. Where's the uproar then? You know what I'm saying?
No, it is an uproar. It is. I mean, you're right. It's not a media uproar, but it's a eternal uproar, and that's the kind of stuff that prevents free agents from going to a team where owner subscribes to that kind of practice. So there's some consequences for doing that as well. But at the end of the day, you cannot convince me as a player, and especially Brian Flores, because he loses his job or keeps his job based on wins and losses.
I got to tell you, I just had a viewer that came, man. She watches us. Shout out to Miss Keisha. Keisha said sports talk, yawn. she doesn't follow sports, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Keisha, yeah, okay. I was
going to be her personal sports person, right? Saying so evidently she's tired of hearing Roman talking like he's talking and she's putting him to sleep. Keisha, I agree with you, dear. I've been trying to talk Roman up for years.
Well, Keisha, give me. I unlike Carlton, I have a very diversified portfolio. You know, I can talk sports, I can talk politics, I can talk.
Tell me this: I've been on a plane all day, so I wasn't with the news, but I heard the stock market crashed or lost a lot of points due to the fact we're in war. Well, we're starting.
No, we're not at war.
Russia started a war.
We're not at war. Yes.
Okay, but I heard the stocks. Did the stocks crash today?
I mean, yeah. The stock markets are so finicky, right? Because anything that is off kilter in the world, it causes the stock market to go either down or a high. And gas prices, right? So somehow this is going to impact gas prices too. But to that end, Keisha, let's change the subject real quick for since Keisha. That way we keep her on.
I don't like the way you said Keisha. You be a little nice to my friend Keisha. That's Keisha.
Oh, I'm not. Okay, Keisha. But no, listen. So, do you think? And maybe this question ought to be asked to Keisha directly, since she's tired of yawning about sports conversation. Do you think we should be more aggressive in our handling in the Ukraine and Russia situation?
I don't know. I think Biden is soft. If you're asking me, I think Biden is soft. And as a soft guy as I think he is, he's reactionary. And I think Putin sees that. You know what I'm saying? And he's not scared. And he also knew that Trump was weak, but you don't know what Trump's going to do. And I think, that's why he was not sure. He knows Biden. He knows Biden very well. You know what I'm saying? And he knows what he can and what he ain't going to do. I think he's going to show. You know what I'm saying? And I like Biden myself, but I've seen nothing from Biden that's going to make the Soviets back down.
Okay. So what if he's soft? Let's switch Carlton as the president.
Soft like the kids.
You're managing this situation.
Right.
What would you do? What would you have done differently?
I don't know. I didn't see his conference because I was, like I say, on a play. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see it. I'm not up to date with it.
This thing has been building up for over a month now. So,
but I didn't hear what he said. That was the basic question he was asking. What would I have done?
No, I'm not asking.
I don't know.
I'm asking you,
how
would you have handled this whole situation?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So, do you think we should be involved at all, or what?
Me personally, I don't, but at the same time, I understand because the United States, it's your people. You backing them. You know what I'm saying? My peoples go to war, I'm going to war, and we grew up on that type
But
stuff.
they're not our people. Ukraine is not part of NATO,
but
right?
NATO,
So
we got other people that's not in NATO that we rock with. Do we not?
yeah, but I get it. But my point to you is Ukraine. What? So here's my point, right? America cannot be. This is what I'm always hearing. America cannot be the police of the world. Every time there's conflict that doesn't really involve America, we can't be the ones who play judge and jury,
But
right?
yet we do though. You know what I'm saying? So
But no, but we don't. We're selective in how we're doing it
right.
because at the end of the day, when there's conflict in places like Haiti or any other African nation, that's when the president of the United States typically would say, "Oh, look, you know what? We're not playing judge and jury for the world. We're staying out of this stuff. We're not going to get involved."
Keisha
right?
said she's agree. For the record, Keisha said she agrees. I don't know
With
which
who?
part you. Who you agree with, Keisha? But go ahead, Roman. You were saying she probably agrees with me because she probably just shaking her head like this woman's an idiot. But,
no, because at the end of the day, we can't do anything with this thing, right? Because if Biden knows it will be the political issues that he would be facing if he went and intervened and fought Russia. Part of it is because he knows Russia has nuclear weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Keisha said with Roman, by the way.
Dude, come on. Of course. Thank you, Keisha.
She forgot the LOL.
I asked that. I asked that as a theoretical
Keisha,
question.
I didn't really. LOL. Keisha, when next time you didn't put LOL, but I mean, you was probably trying to just hurry up and say something. Go ahead, Roman.
Yeah, Biden can't do anything, but the United States have no business in this thing. Now, what they did do, they're surrounding other countries who are part of NATO, like Poland, and sending troops there. Just, hey, man, whatever issues you have with Ukraine, you better not let that stuff bleed over into other countries that are part of NATO.
Well, the thing that makes it so scary is that's how World War II started. You know what I'm saying? So when World War II started, when World War II started, it was because everyone had these alliances with different people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You mess with me, you know what I'm saying? Then the United States is gonna mess with you because I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's how you got so many people here. Then you had an assassination took place, and next thing you know, you got the whole country war. You got 14 countries at war. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the danger of it, of getting into a situation. No one wants war. You know what I'm saying? But as the mafia always say, these type of things have to happen. You probably never watched The Godfather, so you probably don't understand that. But as my man said in The Godfather 1, these type of things have to happen every 10, 15 years of war. These things have to happen sometime. You know what I'm saying? It kind of put the people, balance of powers out. You know what I'm saying? And every 4, 15, 20 years, this stuff have to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you said that like you understood that part more. That, it's funny. I get a lot. I like The Godfather. One of my
favorite. That was one of my favorite gangster movies. It's probably my favorite gangster movie of all time. But
your mama did not let you watch that movie. You know what I'm saying?
My mama didn't let me watch a whole lot of movies, but I seen a whole lot of movies.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I'm sure your mama didn't know you were watching porn, but you watched it, right?
Who? I didn't watch no porn to this day.
Yeah, okay.
To this day, porn never really turned me on for real.
Oh, that's right. They didn't. That's right. They didn't have homosexual porn back. They didn't have homosexual porn back then.
No, I'm saying it's like she.
But you watch that now, though, right?
Oh boy, please. I'm saying it's like I can't bring the magazine home. I mean, you can jerk off to the magazine. Man, that's you. You do that.
You do what? You do what off the magazine?
That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You go home and see the picture that he go, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That I see beautiful women all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, and then,
when you look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
Well, I don't know about beautiful, but you see a woman.
Especially being with you, Mr. Strip Club, man. You know what I'm saying? I will get Roman. I've probably been with Roman the more.
Hey, bro, this is a family show, man. Where you?
Oh, my bad. Roman get married, you don't go to strip club. What I'm trying to tell you, Roman, you can't be
okay. Man. So you putting that on me now.
Oh, that's you. I've been in strip club dead winter with you. Dead of winter, 2 degrees outside. You know what I'm saying? Roman
Yeah.
killing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you dragging me along.
I forgot. I don't know what you told us. I don't know what you
Hey,
told
bro,
us.
look, this is when you were living in AZ. You're calling me, you coming back to visit Maryland. You in DC. Hey man, I'm coming home, man. Which strip club we going to first?
Nah.
You don't remember those kind of conversations, huh?
Nah, never. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew you knew. I knew you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were my brother. I mean, come on, dude.
Hey.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
that's my man's name. But anyway, Roman, the hour is here. So we about to roll out. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get a little personal out here. I don't want your whole business be out in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? So
Keisha, was that last topic good enough for you? I mean, did that change it up a little bit for you? Good enough?
He said LOL. She said, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Keisha has her own. I've been telling Keisha has her own boutique, so y'all need to go ahead and support my girl Keisha. Keisha, you need to send me.
Is she local or she AZ?
Keisha local. Yeah, matter of fact, you know Keisha. Keisha came to the studio a couple times. But
introduced her.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, hey Keisha.
Yeah. So yeah,
But she told me when she was in the studio, I'm always right. She probably told me not to mention it to you, say that to you, not to hurt your feelings. But my bad, Keisha. If I shared stuff you didn't want Carlton to know, but she always sided with me, Carlton. What are you talking about?
Hey, everybody, get a chance. Go to shopcovermeboutique.com. That's shopcovermeboutique.com. Okay, that's Keisha Love on Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, her last name is really Love.
Nah, but she's on Facebook. She's Keisha Love. I'm not sure you said that. Now, people don't be trying to be my friend Keisha's friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know. Be looking at her pictures, and that's what Roman do. Roman go look at the pictures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching.
How long you in AZ, man? How long you gonna be in AZ?
I don't even know, Roman. Truthfully, I had something happen today that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, it was crazy. I'll say this: in real estate, it's a lot of stuff that you can't control. I had a loan officer today that gave me some bad news due to something that he forgot to discover. And his mistake is costing us. The deal will still go through, but it's costing us days. So instead of going through as soon as it could, it'd probably be delayed a week. And sometimes the week delays cost money, so somebody's responsible for it. So I'm trying to see if he's gonna step up and be like, "Hey, that's my bag. Let me go ahead and compensate you, whatever I might do." Blah blah blah. Not me personally, but do what's necessary because it's messing up some situations. So I got the plane. I came right into that. So
Well, let me ask you this question, and we can end it off of this. If he doesn't do that, are you gonna be like Juwan Howard and just smack him?
Who?
You.
Am I gonna be smack who?
The dude who's messing up your money, who's made the mistake.
Grown man, that dude's 70 years old, dog. I don't hit elderly people your age.
Okay.
I don't do that, dog.
Now you act like you got scruples.
Man, they got, I don't do that.
Okay, all right. Well, stop defending Juwan Howard if you're not going to behave the same way.
But if he spit in my mother's eye, he gonna get knocked out. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Here we go.
Yeah, so it depends on what the person do. You know what I'm saying? Can I spit in your eye and you just smile? You gonna take that?
Who with you?
You gonna turn out a cheek?
Nah, dude. I'm gonna do you the same way I used to do you working with kids. Beat the crap out of you.
Boy, please. You have never. Roman been in one fight his whole life. Lost that one. But anyway, hey, we got.
All right, guys.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Everybody watching, everybody. I couldn't even get everybody on this player. Keisha Love. Hey, I'm gonna call you Keisha. Frankie Bow, William Brown, my man. D-Rob out of Texas, my man Derek Robinson. D-Rob. You know what I'm saying? He from what's that little city in Texas, dog, where not 8-Ball MJG, but Bun B from Port Arthur, Texas.
Port Arthur, yeah.
D-Rob from Port Arthur. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Port Arthur.
That's a small little spot, isn't
it? Yeah. I know. I went to school with a lot of people from PA. PA in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
all right, bro.
I'm gonna holler at you, B.
Yeah, it's dinner time for me, bro. I don't know what you're doing over there.
Man, it's still